Hello everybody. If you like today's content, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Hey, I remember to say that first this time. They always tell you to do that and I always forget. We're going to be talking about the secrets of Leviathan. That's my song that's just about to premiere. And I want to show you, there's a couple of key little things that are signature things about this song that it makes it really fun to play, and it makes it very interesting to listen to as well. And make sure you check out the premiere Wednesday night at 8 p.m. That is going to be what day? The 21st, Wednesday the 21st of June at 8 p.m. Central Time. So let's get on with this. The secret of Leviathan is basically this area of the guitar right here. When you tune your guitar, you know, if you tune without a tuner, you just tune the guitar to itself, where you hit like the 5th fret, that A is the next string down at the 5th fret, and then you play the D. Well, becomes this magic little zone where the strings, if you finger notes up here, they're very close to the open strings below them, and so you can make some really cool sounds. So the first chord in Leviathan is basically, it's an E minor 11th, and the fingering for this is kind of strange. It takes 3 fingers. I'm going to take you through these kind of the way I get to them, so you can see they not necessarily in the order of the roots, but let's just do it for the ease of the fingering. Let's go take your 3rd finger, your ring finger of your left hand, your fretting hand, and go to the 7th fret of the 2nd string. Then take your 1st finger and you'll play the 5th fret of the 1st string. Now take your 2nd finger, this is kind of a stretch, you're going to reach all the way over to the 7th fret of the 5th string pairs. So there's basically 3 fingers holding this down. The notes I'm holding down here, if I go now from top to bottom, I've got a low E, and of course 12th string you've got pairs, right? Then I've got another E, an octave higher. Then I'm muting the D string. If I had bigger fingers, I could actually launch across there and play that a little bit better. But for this song, the not being able to have the big enough hands and muting that one string serves my purpose. Then I have the 3rd string open, which is a G. The note I'm holding down here on the 7th fret of the 2nd string is an F sharp, and then I have an A here. So what happens with this chord? I have E, an F sharp, a G, and an A. E, F sharp, G, A. If you look at a piano, those notes would be right next to each other. Like in a scale, it's part of a G major scale, or in this case, an E minor scale, the relative minor. That's a pretty cool little tonal cluster. E, F, G, A, E, F sharp, G, A. That's what gives this chord a special kind of sound. If I just strum it, not particularly anything to write home about, but when you finger pick, it takes on this real mysterious kind of cool quality. And so I'm just hitting the bass note, altering the bass notes with my thumb every other time I go through the pattern. And then the thumb alternates up, so I go thumb and then alternates up to the G string. And so then it goes. So that's what my thumb is doing. The other fingers are just hitting back and forth between the E and the F sharp. The 2nd chord is a C chord, but it's fingered very easily. Think of a G chord down here with just 2 fingers, and move that up to the 8th fret. I've got my 2nd finger on the 6th string, 8th fret, and my 3rd finger on the G, which is on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. Those 2 notes, and the rest of them are open. So the notes in there is C, I have an open D string, E, I don't have an F in this one, but I do have a G. So the C, E, G, my basic triad, but that D in there, that's another note that's right next to each other on a piano key. So I'm going back and forth between these chords. chord in there that is an A minor ninth, which is just my second and third fingers are going to play on the 5th fret on the middle 2 strings. On the on the 3rd and 4th strings, 5th fret. It's like an A minor chord, but it's just those, and the rest of the strings are open. Well, those notes are also kind of a cluster as well. There's an A, a B, a C, a G, which actually is below the A, and then this E. So except for using the okay, so I've got A, B, C, not an F sharp, but a G. Then I go to a B minor 11th or a B minor 6th or something like this. It's up here. Again, it's like the C chord. It's the same shape. Second finger goes on the 7th fret of the 6th string. Second string, 7th fret, and I'm just using these two. It looks like a G chord. I'm just only using those 2 fingers like that. And now I have, so I have a B, E, G, and an F sharp, and a D. So B, D, E, F sharp, G. So these clusters are what gives the song its special kind of sound. And they're easy chords to play. They're not really strange reaches. They're right all pretty much clustered next to each other. It all comes together if you add a 1 second delay or 1,000 milliseconds. There is actually a D6, D6-9, I should say, I think. Yep, it's a D6-9. And that is basically on the 5th fret of the 5th string, an F sharp on the 4th string, which is on the 4th fret. The 3rd string is open, so that's actually a suspended 4th. Then there's an E, which is the 9th, and the A, which is the 5th. And so again, it looks kind of like your country, your Nashville C chord, but it's just moved up to a D. And those notes there is a D, F sharp, G, A in there. So that's very useful. And so that's the basic riff of the song. So if you want to give this a try, just set your delay to 1,000 milliseconds, and then go ahead and start exploring those chords. It's going to be right under your fingers. It just kind of pops out at you, and it's really fun to play. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and tune in tomorrow night, Wednesday, June 21st, 8 p.m. Central Time, and watch the premiere of Leviathan. And it's a little bit different than just watching me play guitar. It's going to be pretty cool. You'll like it. Story about a sea monster. All right. Bye, everybody. Catch you later.